Hello and welcome to a new KSAT Money Q&A. I'm Ivan Herrera, and today I'm joined by Phillip Hernandez, Chief Operating Officer of Geekdom and Executive Director of San Antonio Startup Week. Phillip, thank you so much for joining me today.
Right on. Thank you so much for having me.
So today we're going to be talking about San Antonio Startup Week, which will kick off on October 16th through the 22nd. First, can you give me an overview of what San Antonio Startup Week is and where it's going to be happening?
Absolutely. So San Antonio Startup Week will be downtown. So we're going to have the main hall over at the Geekdom Event Center. We're going to have programming on the 5th floor of the Rand building, in the Frost Tower, Legacy Park, and then other kind of buildings surrounding that Houston Street corridor. But throughout San Antonio Startup Week, we have some premier events going on. So on Monday night, we'll have a startup showcase that'll be very similar to the Fiesta Tech Trek. If y'all have been there, that'll be at Geekdom. Tuesday night, we're going to have Trinity Stumberg competition for the Trinity University entrepreneurial students. Wednesday night, we're going to have Velocity Texas Demo Day. That's going to be on the 24th floor of the Frost Tower. Thursday night, we have Generator Cybersecurity Accelerator Demo Day. And then Friday, we end it with Tech Fuel $100,000 pitch competition that'll be at the Tobin Center. Also, throughout the whole week, from 9 to 5 every day, we're going to have programming that's going to be just at different venues that are all walkable in downtown San Antonio.
Awesome. So this is one of the first years since the pandemic started that, Startup Week will once again be fully in person. Are you expecting a large turnout compared to, when it went virtual? And how do you think going back in person will be more beneficial compared to doing it online?
Yes. So we're expecting a huge turnout. So there's a lot of things that are different about this year that we've never done before. One of them being we've really put a focus on all of the startup and entrepreneurial resources in San Antonio. So everybody who's a player in our ecosystem is involved. We have Alamo Angels, Active Capital, Velocity, Techport, Capital Factory, Geekdom. We're all Tech Block, everybody. We're all involved in this. I think that it's going to be very welcome for folks to come in person. I think everybody's eager to come in person. Last year we tried a more of a hybrid model, and it was well attended, but we want to see more folks getting close together and getting there. We want a packed house. We have some awesome keynotes that are going to be happening. We have Steve Case, who's going to be our welcome keynote. He's the co-founder of AOL and New York Times bestselling author. So super excited for that.
Awesome. And, speaking of keynote speakers and panels, there are several panels that attendees can go to, every year for Startup Week. What kind of sessions can people expect to see this year? And what do you think entrepreneurs will benefit most from them?
So that's a great question. We have put a lot of intention around curating the best experience for all of our attendees. Whether you're an entrepreneur, you have a startup, you're a collaborator, you're an inventor, or even if you have a specific skill, marketing, developing, we want to make sure that all of our panels have a takeaway, a tangible takeaway. So we have 8 different tracks: startup, technology, spotlight, civic engagement, culture, health, marketing, and brand experience. We have some heavy hitters that are familiar faces from previous San Antonio Startup Weeks. And then we have a lot of folks that are traveling in to bring some new content, some new flavor to our entrepreneurs.
That's awesome. And, speaking about those special guests, going back to that and keynote speakers coming to this year's Startup Week, what can you tell me about them? Do you have any other, speakers that you can share about?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be hearing from Beto Altamirano. He's going to be giving a fireside chat. We're going to be hearing from Judge Nelson Wolf. He's going to have a great conversation with Randy Smith from Weston Urban. We get to talk about his entrepreneurial journey. Another thing we're doing this year that we've never done before is we're putting a focus on health. We're going to have a health and wellness day that'll be on that Sunday, the first day of San Antonio Startup Week. And there we're going to have Raul Patel from F45 come in and talk about how he's used health and wellness to elevate his entrepreneurial journey, alongside Julia Bates from Mellowbee. And she'll be talking to us about, keeping your mind right and meditation. She has an awesome startup it's called Mellowbee, and they're these meditation cushions. So she's going to be showcasing those things. So really excited to just kind of showcase the entrepreneurial activity that's happening in San Antonio, and also the promoters that are from far and wide that are coming to support.
Definitely. I actually like that, health component. That sounds really, really cool, especially, in this kind of world where everybody's very chaotic. So you definitely need to slow down and think about your health. So I know in previous years, there was an app that would help you plan your startup week sessions. Are you doing something like that this year?
We are, yes. So anybody, if you're getting excited about this conference, if you're starting to see the stuff popping up on social media, you see us active on Instagram, on LinkedIn, but the one source of truth, the one place to go is SASW.co. That's our website. On our website, that's where you can find the registration for Imamo. That's the app that you were referring to. So head over to the website. You'll see our schedule. It's being updated in real time. As we get more details, we're updating those things. And you can get, that's also where we're posting the different articles about announcing new speakers, new features, and all that kind of stuff.
Awesome. That actually leads to my next question, where people can get tickets to the sessions and do they cost anything?
That's a great question. So Startup Week is a Techstars program, and there's startup weeks that are all over the place. And, they have Denver Startup Week, Dallas, Nashville. And one of the main principles behind Startup Weeks is that they are free and accessible to everybody. So all of the events that we've talked about, all those evening events, the keynote event, all the programming happening during the day, all of that stuff is free of charge. I hope to see everybody out there. We're gonna be doing some different stuff too, where we're inviting some creatives in. We're gonna have some DJs that are gonna be keeping Legacy Park with a ton of music and lights and all that kind of stuff. So I hope to see everybody out there.
Awesome. I'm actually really excited. The last one that I went to was, I think, in 2019. So it's been a while, and I'm very, very excited. Phillip Hernandez with San Antonio Startup Week and Geekdom. Thank you so much for joining me on this KSAT Money Q&A, and have a great day.
Thank you.